Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. So, tonight I decided to pick up a game. This is a game that's been on my radar for years. I think maybe even before it came out. And it's a game that How do I want to put this? I never wanted to play, but I always wanted to have played. If that makes sense. I know this is going to be a really hard one. Really tough one to experience. If anyone doesn't know, this is basically an autobiographical tale of someone dealing with the loss of their child. And, this is their process to kind of give a tribute and immortalize their child that they lost. So, this is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one to play, tough one to watch, I'm sure. But, I was in an introspective mood tonight. And I thought maybe, I'll never be able to have experienced this if I don't choose to experience it sometime. So I think tonight's one of those nights. So, without further ado, let's check out this game. Tonight, I'm probably going to be a little bit quieter during this one. Let's just experience this together.
Okay, guys, give some to Joel. Share with Joel. Yeah. Almost. That's a good throw. Look at it. Look, they got your
It has such a distinct art style.
Oh, don't touch the birds. No. Don't touch the birds. No, they're gross. Yeah. Okay.
I wonder what this audio is. I wonder if it's from home videos or something.
Did you see that one almost bit him? No. Hold on. Hey. Careful. Here. Here's something. Throw this one. Go.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, come on.
Look, he's getting yours. Do you see? Oh, guys, give Joel some bun.
Mom, he threw the whole piece.
Well, Isaac, you gotta give him little pieces. He doesn't understand. Here you go, Joel. Here's a piece. Okay, now you throw it.
Joel's almost 5, right?
Yeah.
Mom? But he can't talk.
It's true.
Yeah.
We always can talk.
Yeah, no.
Why can't Joel?
Well, Joel got sick right after he turned 1.
Kind of slowed him down a little bit, buddy.
Yeah. So he's just slower than most kids. I think eventually he'll catch up.
You think Joel will leave?
Yeah, I think Joel will read eventually.
Of course, it's just the way. Because,
Yeah.
Joel's supposed to be a boy, but he's a baby. He's a boy.
Yep, he's a boy baby.
That's just about right. You know, there's lots of things Joel isn't good at, but there's some things he is good at. What is he good at?
He's eating, laughing.
Yeah.
I'm good at making him laugh.
You are good at making him laugh. How do you make him laugh?
I fall down.
Yeah. It's really funny when you fall down.
He's good at doing what he loves.
Yeah.
Park at the edge of the world.
What does Joel love? Wawa. In cups, bathtubs. And the warm, wet tongues and the cool fur of Das. And maybe the sweet mois of daily affection. And bye-byes. And blown kisses. And more. Oh, always more. This full list of words. So few words.
It's not a walking simulator like you'd expect. It's actually kind of like a point-and-click game. Using the WASD actually just looks around.
Is it time?
No, but very soon.
Do you think they know? Can they sense it?
None of them know.
No one ever realizes how short the time is.
What is pain without a word for it? What is hope without a word for it? Who is God? What is joy? Who am I to him? Dada.
Here.
That is a dog.
Are you ready? Set. Go. Ready?
Okay, let me adjust this really quickly. Just have to get it to feel a little bit better. Okay.
Set. Go.
That is a dog.
Okay, Joel. Ready? Set. Go. Ready? Set. Go.
Oh, it's so odd to think about the process of making a game like this. Because in some way you assume that it's kind of like therapy, but in other ways it has to be just the hardest thing to do. To just stare it in the face for the whole process of making this.
Hey babe, just got done at the doctor. Now they think that maybe he's throwing up all the time because he has acid reflux. So they gave me a medication and we can give it to Joel, and they said we have to give it at least 3 full days, but that if he's still throwing up after that, then we can come back. And I mentioned the head tilt thing again, even though they keep saying it's not related, but you always have to mention that one weird outlying thing. So I told them how his head was tilted to the right, but they still say that that's probably not related at all. So I guess we'll just give this a try, and I don't know, I'll tell you more about it when you get home.
Who's that? I was telling Caleb that Joel's doing really well.
Joel's doing really well?
Yeah.
So happy.
He's been very peaceful all afternoon.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Who's that? I was telling Caleb that Joel's doing really well.
So they actually have a documentary for sale about the making of this game, which is I'm sure is an interesting watch, but also I'm sure a hard one. And hey Scoots, how's it going?
Ready?
And yeah, I was curious about that. Because it does look like it gives the other people facial features, just not the child that is kind of the focus of that. Like, if we go over here. We go over here and look at the father. He clearly has facial features. So I'm curious as to what the intention with that decision is.
Fear is cancer's preservative, cancer's embalming oil. And you, O accuser, are fear's oil salesman. You're a snake, a serpent, a dragon with snuffed out coal on his breath, molting, talons broken from the struggle to free yourself of your own skin.
Yeah, for sure. I don't blame you, Scoots. I appreciate it, though. Yeah, I put up the, I'm actually doing this at night. I didn't expect anyone to pop in. But I was like, you know, I think this is the time to experience it.
Hey, do you want to rock? Okay, let's rock. There we go. Oh, shh, 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 shh.
Hey babe, I was just thinking, do you ever think maybe Joel can hear better than he's supposed to be able to? Because I know, like, it's supposed to be moderate to severe hearing loss, but sometimes, like today, he hears music playing before I do. So I saw him dancing, and I had to look around to hear that a song was playing. And I just don't, like, if his hearing loss is that bad, I can't imagine. I don't know, I just wonder about it. Anyway, call me later. Bye.
What is that? I have no clue what that is. Oh, I'm actually controlling this. Hmm. Is it inevitable that it pops at some point?
Joel. Oh, hey. I just wanted to take a shower. Is that okay? Are you okay with Joel? Okay, thanks.
She's so calm. You know, sometimes little dogs are your new beat.
That is a dog.
Puppy. Yeah.
One of people's Instagram is stuffed dogs.
I wonder how much of these are like
Sometimes little dogs are your new beat.
recorded for the game or how much is like taken from pre-existing stuff. I have no clue.
Easy. Hey, easy, Axel. Isn't that funny? Isn't that goofy? Yeah. What is that? Lick it. Lick it. You got the puppy. You got the puppy.
Oh, that's so cute. She's so calm. You know, sometimes little dogs are your new beat.
These dogs have gone through so much training. You have to
Oh,
Oh,
let them
doggy
close
kisses,
step
huh?
up and poke you and not
and
react.
not react at all.
Doggy
That's so
And they go
sweet.
through a lot of training.
Here we go, bye.
Regular basis have to be reevaluated.
It's a real
Wants to grab it crazy.
It's a real puppy.
Axel.
End of treatment party. This is going to be by far my most quiet stream ever. Oh my gosh. So this is going to be like an actual log. Let's actually take a look at these. I was actually amazed. I got Night Cafe to do a thumbnail for this. And I was like, you know, with Night Cafe, the AI thumbnails, They often end up with just chaotic weirdness. But for this game, I was like, I really don't want something awful. And I was amazed with how beautiful the image actually came out as. Hmm. I really feel like that documentary would be a great companion piece to watch with this. To get a lot more insight. Because I think a lot of this stuff... Your life is a precious jewel. Their great galactic treasure, whose potential is something no one can measure. Yeah, I think a lot of this stuff is going to be very personal to the developer slash creators of this. So I presume a lot of this is actually going to be challenging for, as a viewer or a player, to access. Because I imagine a lot of it is just going to be, you know, have personal associations. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Oop. Hmm. Okay, let's check out the phone.
Hey, I'm cleaning up eggs again. A dozen eggs on the kitchen floor again. So we have to get a new lock for the fridge. Do you... Ugh, it's so hard to clean up eggs from the floor. Like, they just spread around and they don't come clean no matter what you do. So, I was just so frustrated, but... You should have seen them together. They were so proud of themselves. Joel and Elijah just sitting there with their eggs. Isaac said he thinks they want to be cookers. Alright, talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, honey, we're on our way home from the hospital now. So if you wanted to preheat the oven starting in about 30 minutes, that would work, and we could throw in that lasagna. Do you know how they celebrate off-treatment day, like when kids are done with their treatments? I guess maybe you don't because you're not in the clinic as much as I am, but on someone's last day, they always bring them a cake and they sing Happy Off Therapy Day to you. Anyway, that happened today. I mean, it happens a lot, but today I cried. I just wanted that day so bad, you know? I just we're not ever gonna get that day. If he's better, we won't know that he's better. We don't get a day. Anyway, okay, call me if you can. There's probably traffic, so I could talk on my way home. All right, bye. How long is it going to be before we can have some answers? Did anyone ask the doctor?
Okay, is it just the doctor on call, or is this our doctor? Well, because the on-call doctor is just a resident.
Is there a way we could talk to our doctor? It just seemed like yesterday in clinic they were going to let us go. I just want to know what the plan is.
Who canceled the treatment?
Isn't it dangerous for him not to get it? I thought he needed that.
I know you're just doing the order's sake, but can I just talk to the doctor that ordered it?
I'm guessing this kind of spreading blackness that we see everywhere, is that supposed to be the cancer? I'm not sure. Where to now? Just head back out? Temple of Man. Oh, this is really pretty.
That's you then. I love you, my friend. This is my favorite game. Do you want to see? Watch how started. You touch it right here, then the big lion comes. You know a scary lion? It's so loud. I can roar just like him. Yeah, hear me roar? Why? Don't be afraid. You might want to cover your ears. Here comes the animals. Pterosaurs is my favorite.
Hmm. Not sure exactly what I'm supposed to be doing here. Waking up. Hmm. Are these other people that passed away to cancer? Hmm. So I'm guessing these are other people that were in the support group or something, putting their messages in the game, maybe? To everyone who's ever died of cancer, especially my father and grandfather. Rest in peace, Hank, Marcia, and all the rest of you. Beautiful, beautiful people. I hope that whatever's become of you, you're presently better off than you were at the end of your life. We miss you. Elsie, we love you dearly and miss you daily. See you soon. But have no fear. Our story's just begun.
This terrible routine. Watching you, waiting for you to wake, hoping you will never remember these days of illness and treatment.
One day, I'll bring you here, show you your tiny handprints on the wall, and you'll be annoyed that we all think of you as some big miracle. Cancer will be such a small part of all you could grow to be. You will tire of hearing about it. You won't want to see the cards and notes I saved. And I won't mind at all. I'll hold the memories of this hard day. You just leave it behind.
You're stronger than you know. Love will keep you strong. Okay, can we read that one that we couldn't pick up before? No. Every hour wounds, let us sit a minute. This place is full of these. Wow, this place is full of these messages. Completely full of them. Don't let speed bumps become mountains they try to be. I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
First thing in the morning, the horse checks his email. The new cotton mail.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good. I'm sorry, guys. It's not good. I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
And there it is. They get it now. Sometimes I wish we could just leave them waiting a few more minutes, because once they get this news, their life never goes back to how it was before. Those were their last normal minutes, and they didn't even know it. I'm glad he's so good at this. He takes the losses so personally. Joel's looking good. He's been making progress, his weight is up. It's just hard to believe that we only made it halfway through chemotherapy. It was rough at first, but I really started to think that he was gonna make it.
Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy. With an ATRT, as soon as you have a recurrence of any kind, it is fatal. It's only a matter of time before it spreads to several locations. We've already thrown all the chemotherapy we
Hey,
have.
Sav.
We can't continue to give him chemotherapy that we know it's resistant to. So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
You raided during the most depressing game ever. You raided during the most depressing game in the universe. I picked this time. I picked this time because I was like, nobody's gonna watch. I'm just going to experience this. I'll just experience this alone and put this out there. If anyone wants to share in the mood, and then I got a big old beefy raid for some depression game. Oh, that timing. Okay. Oh, guys, I'm just gonna be totally honest. Okay, first things first. Oop, that is not how you do a shout out. Ooh. First things first. I'm basically talking to you guys, so you already know the deal with Sav. Oh, thanks so much for the resub. I really appreciate it. But if anyone chooses to rewatch this on YouTube or something later, Savco is a guy I know in real life and is a fucking unbelievably hilarious streamer. I'm jealous of his inherent comedy ability consistently, and is easily worth a follow and all your money within reason. Anyways, so just full disclosure, this game is this is a game I've known about for years and years, and I haven't played because I was like, this game is going to destroy me. Like, it's a game that I've always wanted to play, but no, it's a game I've always wanted to have played, but I've never wanted to play. Because it's clearly one of those games that shows the pinnacle of what video games can be as art, but it also is something where it's putting you in the shoes of a very real loss. This game is a memorial for a family that actually lost their child to cancer. So just a heads up that this is one of those games that you honestly might want to opt out of. This is a very like only stick around and experience this if you're in the mood for it. I'm honestly having a kind of quiet playthrough. I'm just chilling out, playing through this and experiencing it. There's a documentary for this too. That we're just at the turn. We're just at the turn in the game right now. Yeah, me too, Sev. Me too. It's so I'm just letting you guys know that this is this is one of those ones that, listen, I'm not going to be offended at all. This is a hard one. This is going to be one of the hardest games out there. And we're at the scene. So I just want to say thanks a lot, Sav. I appreciate you a lot. You're an awesome guy. And thanks for popping in. And we're gonna continue this. But I'm giving everyone their moment to step out because this is getting heavy right now. Real heavy right now. Yeah. Yep. I totally understand. Thanks again. I hope you have a great night. Yeah, this is a rough one. And the sad thing about this is I think maybe not the context of having a child with this, but I think this is one of those things that hits close to a lot of people because unfortunately it's so common. Yeah. Okay. Good night, everyone who's taking out. I hope you had a lot of fun with Sav. Maybe you should go rewatch some of his clips, just because I'm sure even the moment here has added some weight to your night. But we're gonna get back into this. So, here's the countdown before we jump back in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You guys might want to get out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so where we are right now is we've kind of experienced this journey with this kid. This is a memorial to the developer's kid, and they've kind of been going through treatment for their child's cancer, and they've been having they've been playing these clips where, you know, it starts off kind of showing them playing with the kid and having fun and describing that the kid is, you know, somewhat delayed due to medical reasons, but you know, seems to be picking up. Things seem to be getting better. They seem to be developing more speech, getting heavier, things like that. But there's also this feeling that that there's something wrong and the doctors aren't really taking it seriously. Now we're at the point where the doctors are saying it's not good. And they've also kind of established that they're pulling treatment. So I think we're at the point right now where they're basically establishing that this is fatal. So that's where we are right now. Basically chemotherapy has failed. It has come back and yeah.
We're very good at end-of-life care. We're very good at managing the pain and masking symptoms at the end of life. Is Nick crying?
How long are we talking about?
How am I going to hold it together now?
A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
Also, heads up, there is a 100% chance you're going to hear me cry, so I apologize in advance. It's going to happen.
I cannot cry. They shouldn't feel like they have to comfort me.
Back Monday and we can talk about palliative treatment.
Palliative?
Palliative is medicine you give at the end of life to improve the quality of life. Its goal is to treat the symptoms, but it can't cure Joel.
We'll do a lumbar puncture and talk to our radiation oncologist to decide whether we could do some radiation or just chemotherapy.
What would the radiation do?
Well, the radiation could probably kill the tumor we see now, which would prevent it from causing any symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
But it would not keep more tumors from developing, because we know if it spread here, it would spread other places too.
So, the radiation would buy us some time.
No, nothing will really buy us any time at this point. It just can make the time you have left more comfortable. So, we'll schedule you to come back in Monday, and we'll have some options for you to consider. We're so sorry.
Thank you.
Well, how do you do this?
We can do this because it is an honor to know Joel and to know you, to treat him and to be here for you during this difficult time. Thank you. That means a lot.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
The MRI?
They've always been clear. Joel's had a recurrence of his tumor. Well, where is it? How big is it? Well, it's in the
recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed.
Nope.
This is a tragedy. With an HERT, as soon as you have a recurrence of any kind, it is only a matter of time before it spreads to several locations. We've already thrown all the chemotherapy we have had. We can't continue to give chemotherapy that we know is resistant to. So there just aren't any treatment options for the cure.
We're very good at end of life care. We're very good at managing and masking symptoms.
So they're repeating all the audio that we have just gone through.
A few weeks to maybe 4 months. We've given you a lot to think about already today. But we're going to have you come back Monday, and we can talk about how you...
This game also has a very odd control scheme. It looks like it's a walking simulator, but it's all kind of point and click. So it feels very different than I expected. Adrift. Yeah. You know what I mean by in the mood. Mentally prepared for what is coming. I don't think this is something you can jump into every day. I was just like in a very quiet mood tonight, just thinking, and I was like, you know what? This is the time for this.
I have so many things stirring around in my spirit that I have to write to settle myself and find God's wisdom in the midst of chaos. I'm scared I won't be strong enough to face the things we might have to face in the coming weeks and months. But then I remember how much grace God gave us to walk out everything we've already faced. I've never felt completely overwhelmed, and I've never felt alone. So no matter what comes next, and I truly cannot even begin to guess how this will go, I know we will be carried. I want to shout out, look what God is about to do. Watch how he delivers Joel. And at the same time, I want to roll up in a silent ball and wait it out with fear and trembling, so aware of all my doubt, but yet convinced that my doubt is insignificant compared to God's faithfulness.
I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm a little mortified that I got raided during this game. I picked this time because I'm like, I never stream at this time. That way anyone who watches will volunteer. And I got raided and it was like, oh no. Oh no. All these people that are just getting dumped into this emotional tsunami. Oh God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I keep clicking out. The one thing with this being a point and click is occasionally I'll move my mouse over and it will click off to Streamlabs, take me out of the game.
Are you ready for bed?
Joel, lay down. Okay. Should we do a song?
Sure.
Okay, big boys, why don't you come in here and we'll sing the littles a lullaby.
I appreciate that, Rabbit.
No, it's bedtime. Okay. Elijah, lay down.
Babe, did you even check in his mouth?
Who's Joel? No.
Joel has chicken stuffed in his cheeks from dinner.
Get it out. That is so disgusting.
Been in there for the last 2 hours.
Oh,
I'm Okay, hold on, I'm trying. Joel, ouch! Stop.
Did he just bite you?
I think he like just put too much in his mouth so he can't swallow.
He was just saving it for later, babe. Like he needed a midnight snack.
Hey, the little chipmunk.
Oh my
Sorry I'm so quiet on this game.
Dear Eli, I feel nothing but pride for the way you battled cancer. I remember the way you learned to ride your tricycle down the hospital hallway instead of down the sidewalk like other 3-year-olds. It was hard for me to pray to God, thy will be done, when I really just wanted so desperately for him to heal you. In the 4.5 years that you dealt with harsh treatments, only once did you ask why God let you get cancer. I hope he has been able to explain the why to you, as I have always believed that he knew how strong you were and wanted to use you and your situation to positively impact so many lives. I remember how you never let me go to bed without telling me that you loved me and how those were your very last words to me. You taught me what was truly important in life, son. Still now, years after you left Earth, people are impacted by your life and the lessons you taught us. Thousands of people from around the world read your blog and still feel such a strong connection to you, even though they never met you in person.
Yeah, to be honest, Chris, this is a game that on my list of like games I knew were going to emotionally wreck me, this has honestly been number one. Like, this is the Colossus. So I think a lot of these letters are going to be from real other people, because there's a lot of letters that were in the previous section and that you could read, and they were dedicated to real people. And so I have a feeling that it was like, you know, people that were in their kind of support group or something like that. Often when you have cancer, or when you know someone that has cancer, you'll have these groups that are basically like to be in contact with other people who have experienced this and to form connections so you can kind of try to get through the weird feelings together. And so I'm guessing that as the creator was making this, they basically contacted these people in the group and put their messages in. So I think these bottles are going to be another similar kind of thing to that. Okay, I got to get my mouse back on the screen because I keep clicking out.
I had been in this room with my father before, during the brief window where he wasn't dying but was instead getting better. That wasn't the man I saw this time. I saw the other one, the one who cried out and needed holding, the one who fell asleep for 20 seconds and then woke up a different person each time. There was a clear part right in the middle of it, a minute or so, where everything was calm before his tour of hell resumed. That was goodbye, even if no one said it. I don't think I will ever get better after having seen that. I think this is the kind of knowing that stays with you. I can reach into my pocket now and find it there.
The only thing that I don't know about this game is, so there, as I mentioned, there is a documentary that goes along with this game. You can buy them both on Steam in a set together. I don't have the documentary, but I'm pretty sure that the developer made this as they were going through this. I don't think this was made post-mortem. I think this was made, at least started during life, and I'm not sure where the development process occurred. And once again, I can't imagine the process of actually putting yourself through the work of making something like this. To me, that just seems like it would be like the most devastating experience to put yourself through.
The ravenous reverie of waking is but a distant memory. Or was it a dream? I can't remember the last time I woke up hungry. Not so long ago, carefree, welcoming the challenge of yoga on paddleboards, springing through the rain and over puddles at the reservoir track. Weathering several storms since entering the first battlefield over 2 years ago, a succession of precise scalpels, high energy beams, and pharmacological strategies, a journey no one asks for. Still standing, spirit unyielding but not the same. With each treatment an imprint, evidence of what came before, willing rogue mutinous cells to yield to my current tailored chemical onslaught, stay put and do not multiply, or better yet, disappear altogether. By the will of God, through the tools of modern medicine, with the support of family and friends. Onward.
Yeah, there's a weird line that, like, I think can get kind of confusing and fuzzy, which is like, what is working through something and what is effectively self-harm, you know? Like, do you process it by looking at it straight in the face, and prodding at those feelings, or is that a healthy thing? Is that something that just causes more pain? Like, and I think everyone's gonna have different tolerances. I remember when my mom passed away. So I'm a musician. When my mom passed away, I instantly watched a show about a musician whose mom died and he lost the ability to play music. And I remember my sister was like, "What is wrong with you? Why are you doing this to yourself?" Like, it was like a very like, are you crazy? But and so I think in a sense this is like a more extreme version of that, where it's like, because this is effectively experiencing, this is a story about that direct experience. It's not like a second hand. So I mean, all I can say is I hope it was therapeutic. I hope it gave them what they needed. Where do we go? Are we heading over there?
Okay. A big version of a little chipmunk. Do you guys remember when he couldn't even eat any solids?
So, how long will we be in California?
I don't actually know. That's kind of why we're packing up everything, is because if the trial works really well, then maybe we'll stay in California for a really long time. Like, as long as it keeps helping Joel, then we want to stay and do the best we can for him and stay there where he's getting help. But if the medicine starts to not work, as soon as it's not helping him, I promise we'll come back home.
Are we going to Disneyland?
Yeah, of course. What do you think, Caleb? You okay with leaving for so long?
I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of not. I mean, I think it'll be fun, but I just don't like missing school.
Oh, yeah?
You're the only 8-year-old to ever... That's amazing.
I hate to miss school, huh? But, like, why?
Well, I just hate having all that homework that I have to do.
Oh, you hate catching up from missing school.
Your teachers are going to send me homework, and we'll just try to do a little bit of it every day, so it won't be that bad, but there'll still be fun stuff we can
How
do.
many kids get to go on an adventure to California in the middle of the school year? I'd say that's pretty cool. And we're going to be staying in the middle of San Francisco, near Golden Gate Park, and there's a museum, and there's a botanic garden, and there's the Golden Gate Bridge, and water, and a prison, and I promise not to leave you in the prison.
Alcatraz.
Hopefully we can get out of that. Cool. Anyway, so we're gonna have lots of fun, and we're gonna spend lots of time as a family together, and lots of time with Joel too. You know?
It's kind of sad.
I feel like to
Yeah, yay, and sad. It's about all of those things, huh? Is it all the things, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see Joel, you know, like, needing so much help.
Yeah. I think, like, for me, sometimes I'm kind of excited, and sometimes I'm kind of sad, and I just kind of feel all of that, so it's okay if you guys feel all of that too.
So for me to keep my cursor in this game, I have to do the Zoolander turn. My character can't turn left. I have to keep going right. Or else I'll click out of the window and minimize the game.
Oh, her expectation is so maddening sometimes. Do you know what she wrote on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor? I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm pleading for God to spare his life, and I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents and supernatural miracles. I envy her.
Joel, the baby knight.
Hop in bed, boys. Let's go.
Boys, get in bed.
Oh, can you at least tell us a story?
Sure.
Okay. This is the story of a very brave knight named Joel.
Joel the baby knight?
Yes, Joel the baby knight, but he's also Joel the very brave knight, and he was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
Because of his tumor?
Mm-hmm.
Where does the dragon live?
In a forest.
Is the dragon big?
Very big.
Does the dragon breathe fire?
So much fire, you guys.
So, Joel has armor, like a sword and a shield and stuff?
Ooh, or maybe a spear?
Yeah, that sounds good. So brave Sir Joel with his sword and his shield and his awesome spear and jumping ability was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
What other superpowers does he have?
He also has grace.
That's not a superpower.
It's the best superpower.
Do you guys know what grace means?
Yeah, it's kind of like help.
Yeah, it's kind of like help.
This is like the most depressing Ghouls and Ghosts spin-off
And
right
he's
now.
not the only one who's ever tried to fight this dragon. Some very brave knights have fought this dragon and lost. And some are able to drive the dragon off, and they can go home and they can quit fighting for a while. And the kingdom is safe.
Joel's been fighting this dragon for a long time, huh?
A long time.
And that's clearly, I just realized that's actually clearly supposed to be intentionally what this is a parody
Joel
of.
found a nice empty cave where he could rest. And it seemed like the dragon couldn't find him. But just when he thought that the danger was past, the dragon found his hiding spot and came after him in the cave.
Well, that dragon's going to kill Joel. Joel's going to lose.
Why do you say that?
Because Joel is just a baby. Babies can't kill dragons.
You're right. The baby can't kill the dragon. But that's the best part of this story. God fights for Joel. So he fights that dragon Cancer right with Joel. And we know that God can win even if Joel can't. That's grace.
Ah, no!
Well, what about Tim from Church Mom? He died from cancer. Wasn't God fighting for him? Didn't he have grace?
Of course, God fought for Tim too. Tim fought so well. He was so brave and so strong that God let him rest. It may have seemed like the dragon won because Tim died. We know that Tim's in heaven, and that he's with God, and that God is so proud of him. So maybe for Tim getting to be done fighting was grace.
Drowning. I just had a terrible thought. Do you think anyone speedruns this game? That'd be the worst speedrun ever. Oh. You would, no matter what speed you went, you would get the world record because no one else would do it because they'd be like, what's wrong with you?
Ryan! Oh, Ryan, get in the boat.
I can't.
You have to, you'll drown.
We're already drowning. How can you sit there like that?
Despair doesn't help anything.
Neither does false hope. And I'm not despairing.
How can you say false hope? You're drowning.
Well, you're missing your oars. And you don't even know where you're going. And yet you're so sure you're gonna get there.
It's better than drowning.
Well, enjoy floating on the surface like you always do.
There's nothing deep about drowning. Just get in the boat.
You have to let me feel this. Someone has to.
That's not fair.
Oof.
I love him as much as you do. I just really believe we're going to be okay.
Well, that's a rough one.
I'm sure my expectation looks like denial, but seeing Joel dying does not make me any less certain that he will be healed. In some ways, I feel more certain, not because the same doubts don't come to me, but because I know that they will not be entertained much longer, because this chapter is almost finished, and we will have an ending one way or the other. So the doubts and fears that make me reaffirm that even if I'm wrong, this is where I stand, become less and less powerful.
Yeah. I mean, I use How Long to Beat a lot in planning streams. Like, I use that to be like, am I going to beat 2 streams today? Like, am I going to beat 2 games today? Am I going to have enough for a full stream? I use it all the time. The interesting thing about that comment. Oh yeah. Okay, have fun with Power Wash Sim. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, the interesting thing about that comment with like the drowning and someone has to feel and all that is it kind of reiterates that whole thing about that I brought up beforehand about the like, is it therapeutic or is it like essentially self-harm? Like, it seems like the game is raising those questions itself. You can't really stare at it more deeply than turn it into your job. Okay, take care, Rabbit. Nice seeing you. I guess we have to head down. Dehydration.
Huh. The sunset looks pretty from here. The orange glow cast on the wall. Better than the muted colors of this hospital. I wonder why they choose blues and greens. They, the ones who choose the colors that heal. Green for life. Blue. For comfort. Purple stripes to hide the stains. This chair is too small and sticks to my skin. I hate vinyl.
Oh. Once again, we have the Zoolander problem.
Blue. Purple. The ocean, maybe? No, under the ocean. Silent, warm, and salty, like tears. He won't stop crying. I don't blame him. He feels miserable. I hate that we're here. I hate that he's sick. I just want him to feel better. I hate this room. I didn't used to. For a moment it was an adventure. I was cast as the compassionate and caring father, holed up with his fragile son in a small cleft in the rocks. The storm raging, waves ripping at the sharp black rocks below, and enveloped in my arms, he feels safe, and I am holding him firmly, trying not to slip. Because if you hold tight enough, nothing will take him. Right? Shh, 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 shh. It's okay, Jolly. Shh. Don't throw your head, buddy. Don't.
Oh, this is rough.
Here we go, bouncing around. Do you like that? Oh, I love your giggle. Bounce around. Is that funny? A bounce, a bounce, a bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh, he won't stop crying. I'm hungry. I wonder if he's hungry.
Oh. Ooh, this is devastating.
He's screaming louder. Buddy, don't you want juice? He hits the box. I don't catch it.
Okay.
He drinks it greedily, big, deep gulps. Okay, Jolie, that's enough. Breathe, kiddo. And he does. And I wipe his face of snot and tears and juice. And then he vomits, and I catch it. I always catch it. I know you're thirsty, buddy, but you'll throw it up. No, don't grab too hard. You'll squirt all the juice out. Here, let me have it. It's so late, Joel. Lay down. I can't hold you. I can't make you feel better. Shh. Shh. Okay, buddy, okay. I'll hold you. Shh. Oh, Joel Bug. You look so miserable. No! Don't hit your head on the bars, Joel. Joel! I know you're mad. Please stop. Please. Stop. I shake. I weep. I pray. I plead. I need peace. I am empty. You are. I don't know all that you are. You are there. I want you here. I want you to call my son. I cannot. And you've brought us this far. He's still here, not dead, not there, with you. Oh God, I want him here with me. Please. Peace. He sleeps. Thank you.
Peace, be still. This is brutal. Oh my God. Oh my God.
There's a story in the Bible where Jesus and his disciples are on a boat.
Okay, take care, Scoots. I'm sorry about this. I'm so sorry. I hope you have a good day.
And a furious storm hits the sea, and everyone thinks they're gonna die. And where do you think Jesus is? Rowing alongside them? No. He's asleep in the back of the boat. So his disciples are freaking out and wake him up, and they say, "Don't you care if we drown?" So Jesus gets up and he says to the storm, "Quiet, be still." And the sea becomes completely calm. Then he asks his disciples why they are so scared and if they have any faith at all. Like he was frustrated with them. Because even though Jesus said, "Let's go to the other side of the lake," his disciples thought he was going to just let them die. So will Joel die? Everyone does eventually, I suppose.
Oh.
He loves Joel so much. Oh, he loves Joel. The Bible
Hmm.
But more than that, if he does die, will Jesus even care? Will he weep for him as he did for Lazarus? Will he weep for me? I think greater than my fear of death is that of insignificance. Or rather, my default assumption is that my thoughts and passions and loves and the stuff of my being are insignificant. How could the creator of all that is and ever was love my son as he did Lazarus? And could my soul stranded on this blue raft awash in a sea of stars, ice, and dust matter enough to him to turn his hand in mercy? Even while Jesus wept for Lazarus. 5 minutes later, he raised Lazarus from the dead.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I should have known we'd both end up in the same place. We always do. It just scares me every time. I just really believe he'll be healed. I know you believe too, just when you act like that, I get all unsure.
I don't know that.
What do you mean?
I just hope that. I don't know.
Hmm. The Temple of God. Yeah, I think in that position, it can... It's like, I think sometimes when you're in positions where, you know, people are like, this is 99.9% chance this is going to happen. And sometimes yet your brain being thrust into that position, it can't accept that possibility. And so there's this weird, like, not being able to look it in the face because your brain just can't conceive of that reality coming to pass. It's a very odd thing. Yeah. But it's like, it's not even... The denial can be weird because it's not like you're... It's not like you just have this faith. This faith, like, you know, God will protect us or something like that. Like, I think you can have it where it's like, your brain literally just can't conceive of the reality that everyone is telling you is going to happen. Like, it just seems like an impossibility. I mean, obviously, these are going to be completely different experiences for every person in every situation. But
I will not let you go unless you bless him. I will not let you go unless you bless him.
dang, I was really hoping it was going to let me play Despacito. Here I thought I could lighten the mood with some Despacito, but no luck this time.
Lord, rise up. My God, come save him.
Oh Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him.
I would return that keyboard.
I will not let you go unless you bless him. I will not let you go unless you bless him.
Yeah, I mean, it could totally destroy it in a second.
I will not let you go unless you bless him. I will not let you go unless you I will not let you go unless you bless him. God, come save him.
Yeah, for real. And why would you hook up those samples? By the way, I'm not sure if there's a puzzle here. I'm just literally clicking everything.
Oh Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him.
You're also supposed to die, the one who didn't just provide for us, the one who looked ahead of us and provided the foresight. We have the provision.
Pray with all the strength, with all the faith that is in us, Lord. There is no time left for this child on this earth. And God, so we come to you, Lord, with faith of the children, with faith as small as a mustard seed. And Lord, we speak in the name of Jesus. Oh my God, let this child's soul come back to you.
The moment we looked away, when we look back, he's gone.
He was not in the wind. He was was not in the earthquake. He was not in the fire. He was here in a gentle whisper.
Picnic at the edge of the world. So is this after the child has passed?
So here we are. And the air is emptier without his laugh, and yet our hearts are still full, though with a different drink. And this ride we've been on for so long is silent, and so also the Lord. And so we sit here in this new silence, and long for the music to start again, and for the disc to spin again, even if it means going round and round for many more years. For at least we would be moving, and Joel would be laughing here on earth, and not only in heaven. But in this space, I sense his silence is only because he is drawing his breath. And now we know love and longing, empty and full, all in one moment. And I am grateful that we loved him well, and that we miss him well. And I hope that in the Lord's next breath, he will whisper his love song to you, his beloved, and that you will know him differently and more deeply. But now, we grieve in silence, yet not without his presence.
This is back to the very beginning of the game, I think.
I remember you. You made it too. I'm glad you're here. I love it here. I bet you have liked it too. Look at all of these pancakes. Did you ever see pancakes like this? They're big as me. A big one is for me. A little one is for my dog. I always wanted a dog, and now I got one. I even got to name him Manju. Whoa, Bubbles?
This is almost like he's created a...
Manju's doesn't catch a bubble. He likes to bite them.
It's almost like he's just created a place where he can live on. You know?
I love Bubbles. Look, I can touch one. I want more bubbles. I love the bubbles. Come here, Manju. Have another pancake. I can eat whatever I want. I never fall. Manju loves syrup. Me too. Syrup is my favorite party.
Hmm.
These are the best pancakes I ever had. I love them.
Hmm. Oop.
You like pancakes? You can have some.
I want,
Got a lot.
I want some pancakes.
Have you seen it tastes like syrup?
Oh, there we go. There we go. Hmm. Well, that was an experience. It's a weird one to talk about, I think. Because a lot of other games that take you on emotional journeys, you know, you can kind of look at them as these like independent experiences. These you know, like the whole like auteur theory in association with Ouya. You can kind of look at them on their own merit in a vacuum. This is a weird one because I don't really think you can. Like, the thing about this experience is you're never looking at this game in a vacuum. You're always looking at it in the context of who made it, what was happening, the fact that it's in respect to a real thing, the fact that someone is putting themselves through this. All this, so much of this experience of this game is not within the game, but like what was put into it in a way, if that makes sense. The fact that it's the meta experience of the game. The fact that all these people are putting their stories into the game. Yeah, it's a really odd thing to talk about. Like, because, you know, there's games like The Witness that I think the developer put a lot of themselves into. But regardless of how much they put themselves into that, you can view it as its own thing, whereas this, it's always looking outside the game in a way. It's really unique, but also fundamentally hard to talk about. I have to say, I freaking commend you guys that toughed this out. I literally picked this time because I'm like, I'm gonna be alone for this. So, you guys are champions. Also, freaking Scoots. Putting yourself through this right before a shift at work. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, the thing that's funny often with things like this is I rarely cry experiencing them. I normally, when it hits me is when I talk about them. I don't know why, but something about talking through things is when it like hits me. Every single time I've like gotten choked up on stream was when I was talking through like the ramifications of it. But I think the one thing about this game is that I don't really feel like this needs to be talked through. I think it really speaks for itself in certain ways. Like, I'm not going to provide any insight that didn't hit you guys. I think we all kind of... I think we all kind of experienced the same kind of, you know. So I'm going to let these credits play out. But, also, while we're here... let's see. Are those still... Let's see. I also got to say... Thanks so much, Sav. I really apologize. Oh my god. I apologize for being a raid target with something like this. I was thinking about raiding someone else for a pick-me-up. Originally, I was thinking about starting Final Fantasy III, the 3D version, in like off times, playing it in times that I don't usually play, because so that way the people that have watched me play Final Fantasy III, they're not going to see it twice. Just because I want to experience both versions. I've been kind of going through that whole series. But this was a thing. And I think it would be weird to just, you know, shake myself out of this story and continue streaming. So I'm definitely going to raid someone else. So we'll see who's online. We need a pick-me-up after this, though. 100%. Okay. So, real quickly before we go. So, first things first, I have to state again, thanks a lot, Sav. I think probably pretty much everyone in here, probably pretty much everyone in here came through the raid with Sav, or you know Sav. But if anyone is seeing this on YouTube or something, he is a really great guy and an unbelievably entertaining streamer that plays every game in all the ways that you would never play the games, and that's part of what makes it so entertaining. And he was doing Transistor. Also, I'm gonna shout myself out for 1 second. I've gotten a lot more active on a bunch of social media things, so I'm now getting more active on Twitter, where I've been using something called Night Cafe to get AI to generate pictures for all the games I play, and they're fucking bonkers and stupid and ridiculous. Although, for this game today that we did, I actually got it to a really beautiful picture, which I'm glad about, because I didn't want to throw some bananas nonsense at something like this. On our Discord server, there's a bunch of great people there, and if you're a streamer, you're totally welcome to self-promote. And I've also been throwing up clips on TikTok, lots of stuff on Instagram, and all these VODs go on YouTube a day later. So, with that being said, who's online? Is there anyone? I actually don't know a ton of people that are online. Is there anyone that you guys recommend? Does anyone want to guide the raid somewhere? Because I am totally open. Okay, it's all you, Pachinko. I will trust you. And hopefully they're not playing an even more depressing game. Yeah, the people I follow right now are that are online are pretty big. I always worry about looking like a guy that's like, you know, wink wink. Hey, give me follows, you know? So, I'm too afraid. I'm too afraid to raid anyone that I follow that's currently online. Okay, cool. Let's raid them. So, raid Boss Lady B. Okay. Thanks a lot for joining us, guys. I hope you have a great night. Ooh, and thanks a lot for the follow, Pachinko. I appreciate it. Hopefully, everyone gets in a real happy vibe today. Hope you have a great day at work today, Scoots. Okay, here we go. Take care, guys. Mwah.